Unlock the secret how Gate 15 impacts the flow of the Gate 5 in human design. First, I want to talk about the two types of flow. So the first flow is when life has a natural beat and balance, and it describes how things happen in a smooth or maybe organized way. And this steady movement aligns with our personal natural cycles or cycles of the earth, and it makes things feel easy and in sync, or maybe even more grounded. And I have a picture here of the 4 seasons because it's much like the changing seasons, which are somewhat predictable, but they flow from one to the next. And then there's a flow that is more extreme, and it captures strong highs and lows that challenge us. And these moments push us out of our comfort zones and lead to intense experiences or intense or deep relaxation. This energy helps us grow and change. And I have a picture here of a storm because, like a storm, these changes can be unexpected and unpredictable. And I just want to share an example with you here, and it's rooted in human design and real life. In human design, Gate 5 represents the natural flow of rhythm, patterns, and routines that create harmony in our daily lives. So this is definitely going to be felt if you have a defined Gate 5. And when we are aligned with the energy of Gate 5, there is an ease in following consistent rhythms, and that may feel grounded for you. And for me, this is drinking a cup of coffee while reading or viewing something that is either interesting to me, it delights me, or makes me laugh. So that's the rhythm that I like to follow every morning. So when the Gate 15 energy, which is that other flow, the flow of extremes, comes into the picture, it can feel like the rhythm of Gate 5 is thrown into a whirlwind. So some of the Gate 5 is sitting there in their ritual or this rhythmic energy, and the Gate 15 comes in, it might feel like a whirlwind of energy. The Gate 15 brings a love of variety and intensity, which can amplify or disrupt the steady flow of the Gate 5. Imagine a drummer who's just steadily drumming, being joined by a jazz musician who's improvising in unpredictable ways. It can be exhilarating, but it can also be unsettling. And for me, in my life, or the real life example of this is my kiddo who has a defined Gate 15, and I'm sitting there in my Gate 5 rhythm, maybe like drinking my coffee and reading something, but they would prefer to do something different every day. They might like to, chat or play music or quiz me or engage me in a game or something totally different every time. So this steady rhythmic energy can feel quite impacted when the Gate 15 energy enters. I can now see this as a positive disruption. I didn't always see it that way. I used to see it as very jolting or disrupting to that flow that I had. But I'm going to share with you how you can kind of view it in a different way because it can bring really good things. If you're noticing disruptions in your life, consider it an opportunity to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. Think about how you can balance your foundational routines, those things that you might do every day, while also making room for the unexpected joys that diversity brings. By consciously embracing both energies, you can shift from feeling offbeat to discovering a new, empowering rhythm that aligns with your authentic self. So I will leave you with this. My kid, who has the defined Gate 15 that I talked about a little earlier, shared some insightful thoughts that I only realized connected to this topic while creating this video. They said that they read that time seems to pass more slowly for kids because they are curious and they're exploring and they're learning and trying new things, and it may not be routine all the time. In contrast, for adults, time often feels like it moves quickly because adult lives can fall into more of a steady routine that could feel dull at times, and sometimes it's because it operates on autopilot. I was given the suggestion to embrace more spontaneity and fun, to make time feel slower for me, more like when I was a kid. This was an eye-opening piece of advice for me, and maybe it will be for you too, so that's why I wanted to share it. If you need a little help getting into your own flow, there's a tool that you can try that I use. It's called Positive Prime, and I actually have my own session that I can share with you. It only takes 3 minutes. You can let it run longer, but I tend to, wake up in the morning and do a 3-minute session to get my flow in the right state right from the beginning. And it's a free gift for you. And I'll put the link in the description and maybe also in the comments below so you can get to it. So here's to a new perspective on flow, especially if you have the gate 5 energy defined in your chart and you really feel that gate 15 energy coming in, and maybe you can look at it in a different way and see it as a positive thing, and maybe it might even help slow down time a little bit.